Soul Surfers River here. It's been a minute, and we are so happy to be sharing this time and space with you. And you see we have the Tree Angel Oracle deck, The Ancient Path into the Sacred Grove by Fred Hageneter and Heng assisting us this session. And we are here to help you shuffle from low to high expressions of adoption. And you know, we're just like another mother on the trail, and sometimes we trip and fall, and so danger steer clear. And we have been coming to the understanding that loss is so much. Sometimes it hurts so much, the loss we experience day in and day out, the different instances from the big to the small, from the primal to the peewee, sometimes hurts so much that we want to hurt ourselves or someone else, but not really. So we're shifting from low expression of adoption, where we might want to hurt ourselves or someone else, to high expressions of adoption, where we thank God, however you call God, for helping us all. And so when we trip and fall, we're also asking for forgiveness for hurting others and hurting ourselves. And we have the field maple on the bottom. And such a beautiful card, number 14. What does that mean to you? And then on the top we have the myrrh. So beautiful, frankincense and myrrh. And, oops, this myrrh is reminding me, with everything happening these days, people coming into countries looking for assistance, and reminding me what I have been learning about the Romani as I have stepped into the decade of Romani inclusion in 2009 and meeting my own birth family, my Kale, Finnish Kale family, that we asked on the help of others. We asked if we could stay in their yards, throw down in their yards during times such as these, when the loss was so much that it caused us to move from here to there. And we were dependent on the kindness of others to open up their front or backyard so we could throw down and sleep safe through the night. And maybe we would offer our help during the day in exchange for that kindness. So maybe that is of assistance to you, helping you unravel what's going on these days as we shift from low to high expressions of adoption. And the myrrh, number 35. Number 35. 35. 3 plus 5 is 8. Number of karma. Understanding our karma and how we are just learning. We're just constantly learning, like a whelk shell spinning around and around, and it pops up all of a sudden. We just have this tremendous amount of growth. It seems like that may be what's happening now. And understanding how, wow, maybe we used to really appreciate hurting ourselves and others. That's what we did to get by and belong, and now we don't jibe so much with that anymore. And so we're understanding our karma, and we're shifting from here to there, and maybe the myrrh shall help us. Let's see. That 3 is reminding me it's a number of optimism, bringing an end and a beginning together, and just starting something anew. And that 5 is the ability to go any direction at will, to add some more to that numerology. So The myrrh says, in the physical world, myrrh is an unusual plant that only grows on the southern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, now Yemen and Oman, in the form of a small, knotted, and gnarled tree, but its angelic presence is everywhere. If the trunk is wounded or scratched, a milky substance is released that immediately crystallizes into a golden yellow lump. Myrrh can be burned as incense and has been used for centuries as an offering in rituals. Once the camel was domesticated around 2000 BC, long caravans began to cross the huge Arabian desert carrying myrrh and other goods such as precious stones and Indian spices to the Israeli and Phoenician ports. Myrrh incense found its way into all the temples, centers of worship, and tombs of antiquity, to Delphi in Greece, the temples of Egypt and Rome, and even to the Celtic grave of Hochdorf in southern Germany. There is a long tradition of burning myrrh to honor the gods. The dark, bitter scent of myrrh releases us from the everyday world and opens our higher senses to the spiritual realm. Myrrh helps deepen our contact with the unseen and increases our devotion to the divine. In doing so, it also helps us create a bridge between the profane and spiritual. The myrrh angel's mentor is Mercury, who is, of course, also the god of commerce, as well as being the winged messenger between gods and humans. Thus, the history of the incense trade is an excellent example of how human beings can aid a tree angel to fulfill its task with greater scope. Burn some incense, which today is a mixture of different materials: pure myrrh resins, consecrated sage, or sacred tobacco, depending on which you prefer, or light a joss stick. Although cigarettes also burn, they cannot be used since habit and addiction are at odds with devotion. Allow your prayers to rise up with smoke. Give thanks and blessings. If we don't cultivate gratitude, we become arrogant and egotistical, proud and self-satisfied. We become anthropocentric, seeing human beings as the crowning achievement of creation, leaving in our wake the extinction of other species. Without the smoky breath of myrrh, we will soon lose our own breath. And myrrh has an oracle poem for us. Be aroused, devoted heart, and send a prayer. It is time to give thanks and send blessings to all of creation. Love rises higher than devotional smoke and wraps the entire earth as wide as the heart. That is so sweet. And maybe you can take comfort in the myrrh, your experiences with myrrh. You can visualize it in your imagination if you don't have it, and imagine that scent, that smokeless flame inside of all of us, loving ourselves and loving those around us, rising above those times we hurt so much we want to hurt ourselves or someone else, but not really. We have realized we've had enough experiences, we've hurt ourselves and enough people. We don't really want to do that anymore. We understand we don't really want to do that anymore. And so we are being gentle with ourselves when those feelings arise, tagging out to self-care, leaning into the self-care, whether it's you're giving yourself finger pressure treatments and massage, or you're allowing other people to serve you treatments. Maybe it's craniosacral therapy, or you are tuning into different readers who are offering you extra support. All these different ways that we can tag out to assist ourselves now that we are not force marching as if we need to go kill the enemy or save the world. We just stay in place to do those things and count our blessings and say our prayers. And we have some runes that we want to end with. So let's pick a rune. Some runes and a bone. Some runes and a bone. and some wood to help buoy our spirits, some sage, some iolite. Iolite for our third eye, helping us stay clear. Lepidolite to help us with our balance, keeping balanced. Our divine masculine and feminine. And the sage helping clear our space, streaming grace to replace. You may see some dust particles flying by. Thank you for tolerating our mess. And we have some wooden pieces also from a powwow in Georgia and a brilliant creative friend. And some yummy summer scent from Iona's herbs, so maybe you can smell that as well. So yummy. So let's take a room that may focus our day, and the highest love and light. We have turns, twists and turns. The P, it's not the P though. I do not think. I sense that that is the Turisa or Wunjo, but I think it's the Turisa. So let's see what that is all about, this rune. I hope you can see it. I'm not looking at my camera. And this is protection, and self-discipline is needed to avoid chaos, as we were just talking about. So beautiful. And having the self-discipline to notice when you are feeling the pain so much that you want to hurt yourself or someone else, but not really. And I'm just noticing this has a beautiful shell in it. That's so awesome. I love that. And so perhaps this Purisa or Turisa helps us play through. This protection or self-discipline is needed to avoid chaos. And so that is the outcome of these situations. We are developing more self-discipline to help protect us during times of chaos. And that is thrilling, on top of the fact that we're no longer choosing to hurt ourselves or other people as if we are really bad or in need of that sort of wrath. And the rune meaning is adversity, rigor, harm, introspection, and conflict. So again, we're learning how to protect ourselves subtly and having self-discipline to avoid the chaos. And then the dates associated with this, the 30th of July through the 13th of August. The word associated with it is spine. The time is from 1430 to 1529. And other words associated with this rune is enchantment, strategy, fruitful projects, calculation, and risk of weakening for those who break the rules. Good luck to be gathered before the unexpected dispels it. So very interesting. The spine is coming up, reminding us that we can tap into our spine. We can send our root through our spine. When we get that root urge to hurt ourselves or someone else, we can shoot it up through our spine. Instead, we can tag out as soon as we can to self-care and tap into some of our enchantment and protection instead of force marching, racing around, engaging in that racism that causes us to hate and hurt other people, to make the grade, to make the A team, to have a successful business. And we don't want to do that anymore. We don't need to live that way. We are learning that we can live without such struggle and strife, and we can lean on the universe and our spirit team and the highest love and light to help us move through moving mountains without barely moving an inch, without harming a soul. And that is thrilling, thrilling, thrilling. So I hope this reading has assisted, helped you shift from here to there in a little way or a big way. And thank you so much for taking sweet care of yourself, for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic, from shuffling from low expressions to high expressions of adoption. Heartily, we are grateful. Ciao for now. We love you all.